I actually, well, so our school starts earlier, or my school starts earlier. Um, it starts with second week of August, so like August 15th-ish. Yeah, it ends in like the first week of May, but I'm something called an RA, which is like a resident assistant. I don't even know what it stands for, honestly. That's what I am. So it's just like, I like do rounds around the dorms, I like make sure no one like stuff like that.
Start with Leo, then you guys can introduce. After start with Leo, and then you guys can introduce yourself, and then go over starting. Is Ajit coming?
No.
Start.
Salam everyone. First of all, we'd like to thank Smiley for this opportunity to be able to share all this information with you guys, and we're glad you were able to join us. We're just gonna go around and this is a college readiness workshop, so we want to emphasize like where we go to school, what year we're in. So we're just gonna kind of go around and do that. So my name is Ashreya. I go to Virginia Tech. I study civil and environmental engineering. I just finished my freshman year, and we're all here on like break, so we all just like finished at least like 1 or 2 years of college.
Saram, I'm Jahnavi. I go to Northeastern University. I'm studying speech pathology and audiology, and I also just finished my first year of college.
Hi, Kush, and first year at Rutgers, and I'm studying computer science and data science.
Salam everyone, my name is Sai Chiranjeevi. I'm studying English and creative writing, and I'm a sophomore. I just finished my sophomore year at Rutgers.
Okay, cool. So also, if you guys have any questions at any point, please feel free to just interrupt us. We want to like address everything that's going on, and if you'd like our contact information by the end of this, email, phone number, please feel free. We're all on break, so we have time. So we'd love to help you or your kids out with whatever decisions that they're having trouble making, maybe. So this is kind of framed for maybe people that don't necessarily know a lot about the college process. If you're experienced and if you have any input from your own like kids' college experiences or your own college experiences, please feel free to just like let us know. So the first part of this presentation is gonna be the factors that go into admissions. So this is gonna be very like nitty gritty and just details, so just bear with me for a second. So a couple of things that colleges consider when they're looking for who to admit into their school. Main thing, make sure your grades are up. Grades are super, super important. Every single school that you are applying to will get a transcript of all your grades from freshman to senior, usually your first semester of your senior year. So even if you're a freshman, does not matter. You need to take your grades really seriously because they will consider that. And all of that will go into something called your GPA, which is a grade point average, which averages out all the grades that you're taking, all the classes that you're taking and the grades that you get in those classes. So that's like an indication as to like how you've been doing academically within your 4 years of high school. Another thing is standardized scores. So you all are probably familiar with this organization called the College Board. which runs SAT. ACT is a different organization, but that's also a different standardized test. And then APs, which are advanced placement classes. So all of those are standardized tests, and you take like a certain test that it records your like comprehensive knowledge, like the SAT does, an English portion and a math portion, and then AP classes are essentially college level classes for whatever subject you're taking. So you could take like AP biology. So it wouldn't be just like normal or honors biology, it would be more in depth and it would count for college credit. So that if you need to take an intro to biology class for your pre-med degree, your biology degree at college, sometimes that'll count in for that if you get a high enough score. So those are classes that you should also definitely consider talking to your parents about, talking to your guidance counselors about, because those are really, really helpful and can even help you graduate early. And then just a couple additional factors. School is really important, but it is not everything. Please make sure that you are doing stuff outside of school. Because if you are a well-rounded student, maybe you don't have all A pluses or just A's, you have an A minus or a B plus or a B here and there, but you're excelling in a sport or excelling in music, you're showing leadership, you're showing effort outside of school. That is super important. Even coming to SSC, doing SEBA, helping out before and after, maybe you're learning how to do the AV system, like all of that is super important and stuff that you can include in your college application. So be involved outside of school, which if you guys are here, I assume that you are doing that already. You have to write essays for your college application. So those are stuff that's it's kind of hard to write essays about to sum up your entire life, but those are also really important. So make sure you're paying attention in English. It becomes really helpful. Letters of recommendation. So those are coming from your high school teachers. So I know people don't want to be a teacher's pet, but it's really, really useful when you want to get that letter of recommendation. It's really good. Your teacher plays an incredibly important role in your application process because they're going to show that, okay, this person was very attentive during class. They really helped before and after. They addressed other students' issues, or maybe they were having trouble in the class and they came up to me after class. They asked how to do better in this class, and that shows the teacher that you want to do better. And they will remember that, and they will put that in your letter that goes to those schools. So befriend your teachers, be nice to them, which you should do to everyone, but make sure you're friends with them and just get to know them. Even after you're done with that class, after your freshman year, you see them in the hallway, make sure you go talk to them. If they had a kid, talk to them, just see how they're doing, or if something happened in their life, go talk to them for that. Just keep in touch with your freshman, your sophomore, and your junior year teachers especially. Senior year, not as important. Well, it is still really important, but you're not really gonna get a letter of recommendation from your senior year teachers because you're applying to college in December. So those first 3 years of high school, it's really, really important to have good contacts with your teachers. This includes parents as well. So going to parent-teacher conferences, making sure that that teacher knows your kid's name can be really, really important as well. And then just interest, which is kind of all of these things, just showing that you care about what you're doing. Even if you don't know what exactly you want to do, just overall showing that, okay, I want to put in effort and we'll see where I go. Just having that kind of a mindset is super important.
A question here. Just for the benefit of parents here, right, and the children, do you know in the order of importance, the highest priority the colleges look for, then the second one, the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one, if you could?
Yeah.
What do you feel?
I would say if a college ever looks at your application, the first thing they will see is your GPA. That's not the only thing, because that's just the entry point into
Correct.
getting you considered for that college.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say in the order of importance, I would put GPA as the first one, because that's the entry level standard that
Right.
the college looks at.
Next.
And then after that, I would say extracurriculars for sure.
Okay.
I know a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm doing NHS, I'm doing SNHS, I'm doing French Honor Society, I'm doing math on it. It doesn't matter. It does not matter how many you're doing. It matters, okay, am I going to all of those meetings for at least that 1 or 2 clubs? Pick 2 clubs that you think, oh, I think show that, oh, I'm really passionate about this. And it does not matter how many chords you're getting by the end of your senior year. I'm telling you, that does not matter. But if you are really involved and you can show, okay, I organized X, Y, and Z events for this one club, the college is they're gonna see that you're involved, and that's all that really matters. So just make sure you're involved. So extracurriculars, I would say. Extracurriculars can also include community service. So like all of those things, just everything that you're doing outside.
I think what you had said about what you do with those extracurriculars rather than just how many you do, that's something I think will also come up later when we're talking about with your college essays and think other parts related to the application process, which we'll talk about later. I think it's important to kind of it's about like the value that you're getting and the value that you're putting into the things that you do, and I think with these extracurriculars. If again, like you said, if you're putting a lot of time into, or if you're really passionate about, these things, through the application process, people who read all the stuff that you submit, they'll see that, and those are the things that will kind of that's the thing that will matter as well.
Yeah, and then the third would be like SAT is going down in importance. It is still really important to take your SATs, plan it out, study for them, get the extra help you need, but it is not as important anymore because it is getting easier than it was like 5 years ago or even when we took it. So I would say like those comprehensive tests are like third, and then like letters of recommendation, all of that kind of like ties in for third. Those are all really important, but they're gonna be looking at those first two things a lot more. That's what we
Well, the first one is GPA and second one
GPA and then extracurriculars or your involvement in extracurriculars specifically.
So extracurricular activities, is it like in the school or outside? Like how does it work?
So both. So in the school, it would be like your clubs, whether that's an honor society or like I was in environmental action club, so we like ran panels about different environmental topics. So like that, and then out of school, like SEVA activities, or if you're involved in any other like nonprofits or maybe like you're a tutor outside of school or you help your parents run their business, anything like that, all of that kind of counts for extracurriculars. So have a couple in school and out of school.
I think even sports would.
Yes, sports,
Yeah,
sorry.
sports.
I'm not a big athlete, so I
Sports or even like music, like
sports,
or
music.
things like that. Too.
To add on, I think with the extracurriculars, showing leadership positions and having leadership positions in those extracurriculars is also important. Sometimes it's hard to gain leadership positions in different clubs. In those circumstances, it's also important to make your own leadership positions. You can reach out to teachers and become teachers' assistants. Something to show that you have those leadership qualities. I think that is also important, and it ties into the extracurricular as well.
You can always start your own club if that is something that you are really passionate about. If there's so I know my brother started a cricket club in his high school because they didn't have one at that point and he was really passionate about it. I mean, yeah, cricket wasn't going to help him with his future necessarily because that is not something that he's currently doing, but it did show that, okay, I care about my academics, but I also care about doing things that I like. And if you like doing something, you like playing badminton, you like playing cricket, your school doesn't have a club, start one. There will always be some teacher that is willing to help you out, and you need to just take that first step and reach out. And then obviously also reach out to your parents, ask them if they can help, and reach out to other faculty or other parents. And then obviously we are also a resource because I'm sure some people up here have helped start clubs before, so we can also kind of guide you through that process.
Yeah, I think just jumping. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I think just jumping off of what you had said, like with the kind of the passion for it, I think it sometimes can maybe be easy to be cynical about it's everything that I do in my life for these last 12 years, just for these people at at these college admissions, just for them to review, and is it just so that they can approve of all this? And yes, maybe there's an aspect where you do have to kind of look at what they are interested in, but on the other hand, you can also take it in the sense that I get to do the thing, I get to be passionate about things that I really like, and I get to it gives you the space to really devote your time to those things that you really want to,
it's not that JP doesn't have any summer programs. Like personally, I'm not sure they have it right now, but when I was there, they didn't have like as many summer programs as they do now. But I would say that